So I feel like in modern times, like the main problem facing young people in culture is that young people don't have like a belief system anymore. It's too much people talking to them, too much information all at one time. It's like when you're exposed to everything, you really can't pinpoint the meaning of anything. And it just seems like at this point that like we're losing our youth to our culture, which sounds bizarre, but it's like we're losing them to our culture, and our culture has already lost its moral core. So like we're pretty much raising a moralist society that's going in 100 million different directions, but has no real endpoint or no real unifying goal. So it's kind of becoming like a chaotic right now society that we live in.
Well, basically, culture is absorbing young people. Okay, it's defining how they see themselves, where they move, how they think. It's basically building their belief systems.
One of the things I see is the losing of culture, and because of the lack of culture, that young people no longer know who they are, where they come from, and really what their culture is.
First of all, what culture is doing is leading the way by making young people irresponsible. Why? Because culture, the people who produce media are blatantly irresponsible about their product. So everybody knows that the Pied Piper has power, but the Pied Piper today pretends that he has no power. And kids intuit that this power is there, but they look at these superstars of media, come up with all these rationalizations about how they're not doing what they really are doing. So they're championing in front of these kids this great example of not being responsible for what you do.
My name is Diego Costa. I'm a singer-songwriter, music producer, and I have a passion about sharing the power of media to inspire young people to become great leaders in the future. I'll give a metaphor. My feeling is, we are human beings, we need to breathe and eat every single day. And media for me is like, it's a kind of a mental food. And you need to eat healthy to feel, and you have to consume media. It could be songs, movies, interviews that are going to inspire you, make you feel good about yourself. And sometimes you have, if you eat so much junk food or you drink and you're not taking care of yourself, and the way I think there's a lot of media out there that you feel, you feel terrible or you feel hate, inspires you, there's a lot of songs that you hear that you feel hate about other people. So you're not respecting yourself, you're not respecting others. So I think it's just a matter of like bringing healthier, clean, images and words and expressions and beliefs that I think, that's the way I see media playing that role of creating more healthier minds and futures.
My name is Jamal Hodge. I am a film director. I'm also a music video director, documentarian. I've been working in the field for like 10 years, mainly as an apprentice to John Alpert. Worked in a lot of Emmy Award-winning documentaries. Also, my work at the Teen Summit was I was a music video director, and do it every year. Just get in, get out, whatever the circumstances bring. We always trying to. The best thing about being the music video director, is that I take something that's generally negative in the urban community and turn it into something positive. So it's cool how you could take something that kids feel is so cool and feel like it's so modern, and you could switch it from a negative to a positive, and then you can see that that's still capable, the music is still fun, still enjoyable, and the videos are still fun and enjoyable, despite the fact that you don't have like unnecessary content. So that's good.
My name is Roderick Giles. I am a filmmaker, a producer, a cameraman, a distributor. Okay, I consider myself an iconoclast, an image breaker, if you will. I've been fortunate to work with Teen Summit. I work with the young people in giving them an introduction to the power of media, and I basically supervise them in creating media content that is on the content of them abstaining for sex.
My name is Curtis Hamilton, film producer, film distributor, and photojournalist, photographer.
But what excited me about the Teen Summit in particular is the fact that you could get all these kids from all these urban cities and stuff like that, and you bringing them to, you know, the most uncool teenage topic, you bringing them to sit down and listen to abstinence, and like they actually like are receptive, and not even only receptive, but that they embrace it. And not only do they embrace it, but like they manage to merge it with a culture that's all about sex on a certain level. So it's like that's the most amazing thing to see. Like how like it's kind of like it's amazing. That's the most amazing thing about the summit, besides the work that the crew that I'm a part of does in 2 days' time. That's also amazing that we come there. We have so much different kids and youth, and we're able to pull out a project in 1 to 2 days. It's very, very amazing.
Well, one is the enthusiasm of the young people. I enjoy the commitment to the work, and my collaborators, meaning not just the young people, but also the team itself. There are a variety of very skilled professionals that come to give their service to these young people, hoping that they can, again, empower these youth, give them a voice.
Hello, my name is Jamal Johnson, Queens, New York, AJ High School. I'm a abstinence educator, and I'm a media producer. I dabble in videos, but I produce songs and free teens after school programs.
So in Teen Media Summit, a couple of years ago, I was responsible in running the music program, and then last year we tried to put this on the web live. And this year we came back with, my idea was using a song to kind of bring all the different workshops together. And I like the idea of having a project that everybody put their spirit and then kind of summarizes the potential of us coming together and creating something beautiful in the end. Because you have musicians creating songs, music videos, but I want everybody to come together in one project and say this is what is possible for us working together.
So the way we can use culture to point young people into the right direction is that it matters first on how we define culture itself. Like I think that the definition of culture has been used very loosely in modern times. Like anything is culture. If a couple of people dress a certain way and say a certain thing, it's a culture. But like I think a culture is the underlying values, the core base system that's inherent throughout people, no matter how they dress, no matter how they talk, within a society, or even within the general human population. There's certain core values and core belief systems that we all have. And I don't know if we're born with them. Some people think it's nature versus nurture, but ultimately I just feel like when we get back to that, and when we put that forward, and usually that core is moral, and we set that up, then our culture will be something that's positive, and we can use the same devices that are being used to promote the negativity and the chaos to promote something moral and positive, because the tools are there. It's just that there has to be more of a national will towards that goal.
Well, in order for culture to be able to help young people, you have to address media, which young people are tuned into. They get their cues in regards to their behavior based on their media or pop culture. So in order for you to kind of move, which media does all the time, it moves masses. Okay, in order to move young people in a certain direction, let's say a positive direction, a direction that benefits them, you have to show them images of young people functioning in a certain manner. Often you have to give them an opportunity to express themselves also, as opposed to the media feeding and saying, the media is controlled by adults basically feeding them the images and the values that they see. So young people need to be able to participate, to articulate their experiences and say how they see what's coming to them or how they're feeling about what's coming to them. They need to be empowered, basically, and understand the power of media, actually.
First of all, media literacy, media ethics. Teach media ethics clearly to kids who you intend to empower to produce media. That way they go into it with a sense of responsibility about the minds of their consumers. That's got to be the backbone, one of the backbones. And I think the other one is social responsibility. It gives them a sense of social responsibility. Other people call that morals. How we as individuals affect the greater society and other people. So if you will not teach media literacy and you will not teach social responsibility, you may actually empower a menace. So that's very important. Then it's up to their creativity after that, how they want to address social irresponsibility, how directly they want to address certain things, how lightly they want to dance around it. It's all up to them. But as long as they have that sense in there that they are actually leading impressionable minds out there.
And can you talk about?
Well, I feel culture is very important, and the impact that culture plays in one's lives. I feel that if you can learn better, if you learn better, you can do better, right? If you learn where you come from, you have a better chance to know where you can go or where you're going. Without these things, you walk around as an empty shell. One of the things that attracted me to Free Teens was the fact that Free Teens stood for something, okay? They stand on the fact of abstinence, something positive for kids. I think kids are inundated with negativity. I think the media plays a tremendous part in this taking place. I think billions of dollars of advertisement is directed at children to shape their thought, to tell them what to think, what to feel, when to think it, and how to feel it. One of the ways that we come together at Free Teen, myself and a bunch of really professional colleagues give of their time, is we teach children how to create positive media. This is one of the only ways that we're going to make an impact or change lives and save lives, I might even add, because the only way children are going to change media is if they learn about media and take over media, okay? That's the only way, because the way media is set up now and what it's designed to do is not just inform through your news vehicles, but it is to dictate and to control. And they have been very, very successful at that, of controlling our youth. And it's one of the things that we at the Teen Summit work on really trying to change by just impacting kids' lives, letting them know, teaching them, number one, how to do media, how to create their own media, okay? We also teach them that they are somebody and that you're not this robot walking around that, you're here for people to control you. You are important. You do make an impact. I get real passionate about this because I see so many of our young people and children just falling to the wayside. I see so many of our young children walking around empty inside, and kind of hoping that through the Teen Summit, these are some of the things we can change by giving some of our young people direction.